In December 2023, Liv Morgan was pulled over by police after being spotted driving erratically in Florida.
Are you on your phone or something?
No.
Because I'm trying to head to a crash and I can't go past you because you're going back and forth.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm not.
You don't hear those rivets?
This likely wouldn't have been a big deal, but the officer noticed something that led to Liv being placed in handcuffs.
You been smoking marijuana?
No, sir.
Why do I smell marijuana?
I have marijuana, but I wasn't smoking marijuana.
Okay. You have a medical marijuana card?
No, sir.
You don't? Okay. Is there marijuana in the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
The police officer then instructed the WWE wrestler to step out of the vehicle, where it was made clear that Morgan was in for a rough night.
Detain her, please.
Around.
After being placed in a police car, the officers began searching Liv Morgan's vehicle. They smelt marijuana, an illegal substance in Florida, and began digging further through Liv's belongings. The officers didn't know who she was, but started noticing clues.
She's a wrestler?
She's a wrestler?
These are wrestling shoes.
Oh, yeah. Buy many houses, transition into Hollywood, Oscar Award winner, WWE Hall of Fame. We have to ask her if she's into wrestling.
Oh yeah, SmackDown.
Holy shit, let me see. She got a little wrestler card?
Put up the line before you get step for check.
Holy shit, I know who she is.
Really?
Liv Morgan.
The officers eventually found marijuana as well as a vape pen, and Liv Morgan was arrested. Morgan was allowed a phone call, and she chose to contact her boyfriend at the time, Bo Dallas.
Taylor, I'm being arrested. I need you to come pick up my car.
Okay, where are you?
I don't even know.
It's County Road 476.
Also, I need to post bail. Can you please work on that for me?
Yes.
Yeah, there was a vape in my car. I don't know whose vape was in my car, but there was a vape in my car, and so I'm being arrested for this vape.
Liv Morgan was arrested and released after posting a $3,000 bond that same night. The felony charge against Morgan was ultimately dropped when police were unable to prove the vape pen was synthetic. In July 2025, WWE's former chairman, Vince McMahon, was driving his Bentley at over 100 miles per hour. Police gave chase, and McMahon ended up crashing his car into another vehicle. The officer then approached Vince McMahon's wrecked Bentley to see if he was alright.
You need an ambulance?
No, I don't.
All right. Why were you driving over 100 miles an hour?
It's my granddaughter's birthday. I gotta get this the next day.
All right. Did you see me trying to catch up to you behind you?
I didn't see that. I saw lights, but it didn't look normal.
All right. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up to you, and you keep taking off.
Oh, no, I'm not trying to outrun you.
I know, I understand that, but that's why I was very confused. Right? Because it wasn't like you were running, it was just like you almost hit, I think, 115 miles an hour. All right, and then you just hit someone because you weren't paying attention. Were you looking at your phone?
No, I'm trying to drive. No, I'm not looking at my
The
phone.
person was right in front of you. There's got to be a reason you hit him.
No, reason I haven't been driving my car in God knows how long.
All right. It was right in front of you. You went straight at it at 100 miles an hour. I'm just making sure you're not having a medical condition or anything.
I don't
Do you need an ambulance?
No, it's not.
All right. Just your registration and your license in here?
No, it's in my pocket.
All right.
Stupid short. I've been dribbling this car quite some time.
It's fast, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, too fast.
Vince McMahon eventually exited the vehicle and apologized to the driver he hit. Thankfully, she was okay. McMahon was detained, and the officers explained to him what would happen next. While Vince wasn't arrested, he was ordered to make a $1,000 charitable contribution and only drive if properly licensed and insured in the future. In 2019, Jimmy Uso was pulled over after a police officer observed him swerving on the road. The officer was suspicious that Uso was driving under the influence, and Jimmy confirmed those suspicions almost instantly.
Here's the vehicle registered to. Mine's.
Jimmy Uso refused to do a field sobriety test and was arrested, leading to another unintentionally funny moment.
Have a seat.
I feel uncomfortable.
Okay, that's fine. You can feel uncomfortable. Have a seat.
Officer,
Have a seat.
2 years later, Jimmy Uso would be arrested again, and honestly, this is starting to sound like a comedy routine.
You ran that stop sign back there, or that stoplight back there. It turned red before you entered the intersection.
Oh man, I was on the phone with my kids. And
Oh, come on, man. You know better than me on your phone while you're driving.
Arrest her, bro, but walking on the straight line is a little rough.
I got you.
However, Jimmy Uso got upset when the officer said this to him.
I'm hoping you beat it this time too, but...
You serious?
I'm hoping. Here, here's your keys. Huh?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't want you to be DUI. That's the last thing I want.
What would you say to that?
What do you mean?
I just...
Huh? What?
It's all good.
For some reason, Jimmy Uso got mad that the officer didn't want him to get a DUI, leading to this.
You the asshole.
I'm trying.
You're the one that's worse.
Okay.
You had a remark. You made a remark you shouldn't have did.
Okay, then I think you misunderstood. So I'm sorry. Okay, I was actually
misunderstood. That's just you doing you.
I was actually being nice, but I'm sorry.
You're not being nice.
See, and now
okay. The brother you got is nice.
Okay.
You horrible.
Well, hey,
Quota.
okay, let's move on.
Unlike last time though, Jimmy agreed to take a sobriety test. Uso failed and was arrested for DUI, but was bailed out of jail quickly. Jimmy Uso ultimately accepted a plea agreement to resolve the case, which required him to pay several fines and participate in a DUI education program. In November 2023, Hulk Hogan's son, Nick Hogan, was pulled over after he nearly hit a police officer.
Nothing to drink tonight?
No, sir.
So it's just, you said the passengers?
Yeah, just passengers.
But I can smell it on your breath.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's them. I was just kissing my girlfriend. Apologize.
That's what you're gonna say? That you were kissing your girlfriend, so that's why you have alcohol coming off your breath?
I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, that's where I was talking.
The police officer had Nick Hogan perform a few tests and ultimately came to the conclusion that he was intoxicated. Nick was handcuffed and taken into custody. That's when Hulk Hogan showed up. The Hulkster handled the situation really well, remaining calm, speaking with his lawyer, not making excuses for his son, and figuring out the best course of action. He even shared a painfully true statement.
Every problem I've ever had in my life revolves around somebody drinking alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
100%.
Nick Hogan's girlfriend was understandably emotional, but she did provide some humor to the situation.
Look, you gotta blow harder.
I'm an ex-porn star. That's as hard as I can blow. Sorry. Google me.
Nick Hogan didn't receive any jail time. Instead, he had to pay around $1,000 in fines, have his driver's license suspended, and serve 1 year of probation. However, a judge would end the probation 6 months early after Nick completed the required conditions. In February 2023, Sonya Deville was staying at a hotel in Atlantic City, New Jersey. When she was checking out, a hotel valet went to get her car. That's when the valet found a handgun inside Deville's vehicle. The valet informed the police, and when officers approached Deville, she told them she had a permit to carry. However, the permit was only for Florida and not New Jersey. The WWE wrestler then asked the question that everyone was wondering.
Is valet allowed to search my car and go through my personal belongings?
Well,
I mean, that's like a separate issue, but like...
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, I guess, yeah, they said they were like
okay.
for...
No, I have all the information for it.
You guys were just about to leave, right?
We were just trying to leave. They lost our valet ticket, so they looked through my car to find my registration or insurance card. So, which I was like, I would have just given you if you would have just asked me where it was my car, but they wouldn't give me my card. And I'm like, just look through my registration. Well, we already did. I'm like, you went through my car? They're like, yeah, we found something. The cops are on their way. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What the is going on?
Sonya Deville revealed the reason she had the gun was that someone had broken into her home a few years ago and was attempting to kidnap her. Police then found the valet who had discovered the gun and asked him why he was digging around Sonya Deville's vehicle in the first place. The valet said that they had lost the valet ticket for Sonya Deville's car. He then opened the vehicle's glove compartment to verify the ownership. That's when he discovered the weapon and called the police. The officer then informed Sonya Deville what would happen next.
So pretty much what happens is, we go pick up the gun.
Okay.
Our department picks up the gun. We take you in for yes, lock up to the police station. But you get released on a summons, so you'll be out like in 2 hours. But we have to charge you.
With what?
Possession of a weapon. In New Jersey, nobody can have a weapon unless you're law enforcement, like he explained.
You have to lock me up?
Mm-hmm.
Deville was arrested, but released shortly after. The charge was ultimately resolved after Sonya completed a 6-month pretrial intervention program. In June 2020, police in Florida spotted a white car driving erratically. They pulled the vehicle over and found Jeff Hardy behind the wheel. Officers actually drew their weapons when Hardy started driving away. Jeff eventually parked and got out of the vehicle. Instantly, it was clear the charismatic enigma was not in his right mind when an officer motioned for Jeff to sit on the police car hood, and he instead sat on the ground.
How you doing, bud? You speak English?
The officers began asking Jeff Hardy questions and started searching his car. During the search, one of the officers recognized Jeff and gave him a fist bump. Afterward, the police and Jeff Hardy went to a parking lot to conduct a sobriety test. Officers found that Hardy was intoxicated and he was placed under arrest. While Hardy would bail out right away, court records show he did spend some time behind bars. Additionally, Jeff was hit with several $1,000s in fines, a 10-year driver's license suspension, 2 years of probation, community service requirements, and mandatory DUI education. A little over a year after he was released from his WWE contract, Velvetine Dream was working out at a gym. An employee asked Dream to leave an area that was closed for cleaning. Velvetine Dream allegedly went off on the employee and was then told to leave the gym. Dream started attacking the employee and even bit him. The police were called, and once they saw bite marks on the employee, Velvetine Dream was arrested. You remember how Hulk Hogan handled his son's arrest really well? Velvetine Dream did the exact opposite of that.
Bro, please, please, please. I didn't do anything wrong. What are you talking about? I didn't do anything wrong.
Like this in the bag in there.
This is illegal. This is illegal, sir. This is illegal. This is illegal, sir. Sir, can you tell me what I did wrong?
We told you it was the battery.
What was the battery?
The battery, you had a fight with him, you bit him.
I didn't bite him, sir. I didn't bite him.
Okay, where's
the proof of that?
The other thing is...
Sir, there's no other thing. I didn't bite him.
Can I finish?
Where's my lawyer? I need my lawyer. I'm suing. Sir, where's my lawyer? If you don't give me a lawyer, I'm suing. I went into that bathhouse trying to enjoy myself. I met 2 different guys that was very enjoyable. The third guy was not. He tried to get me kicked out. The other guy got me kicked out, and I was not willing to leave without my license. I cannot leave the premises without my vehicle. I did not get rid of my Miranda rights. Yeah, it's all on camera. I did not get rid of my Miranda rights. Make sure you let them know that too.
Stand right here. Face
I did not get no of my Miranda rights.
The crazy part is that this is only a small part of Velveteen Dream's downfall. While in WWE, he was accused of sending inappropriate images to boys, as well as taking videos of people going to the bathroom. To hear that story, watch the video on screen.